Expect your passion in relationships to surge. You can work to improve intimacy with those that you're closest to. You may also have very little patience for anything that's superficial, and you're going to be seeking out these deeper connections because on December 4th, Venus enters into the very watery sign of Scorpio. So at this time, look for chances to unite with others in these deep and meaningful ways, to make these psychological or spiritual breakthroughs, to find the perfect mystery series to read, to listen to watch, or to write about. Look for opportunities to receive and give emotional or financial support to others in meaningful and fulfilling ways. Venus is going to be in Scorpio from December 4th to December 29th, 2023. The focus is going to turn for you to deeply passionate relationships. Superficial flirting is just not going to do it this time. You're going to be yearning for this body and soul connections with someone special. Contact that breaks taboos. This is an extreme and intense and memorable time with a connection that is unforgettable. This is a highly emotional placement for Venus. It is about being passionate and sensual and having this intense energy. Our relationships are going to be immensely important to us. We may even feel as if they are consuming us and that we want to be consumed by them. Our drive is towards intense closeness, but blind faith in our partners is extremely hard for us now. The energy will seem like magnetic. At this time, we may seek or gravitate to deeply engaging, dramatic pleasures and activities during this transit. Things that you may feel that are profound or unusual or mysterious, they can be now more appealing and you may be drawn to them at this time. You may have fears about giving up your own power or your energy to others, and you can be very sensitive and passionate. Remember that Scorpio is an all or nothing sign. The energy, it's about relationships that tend to be kind of a wild ride in themselves. Also, this is a good time for your personal finances, especially when working with others, where people's talents, their resources, whether as a business partner, a supporter, or a significant other. One date to remember is December 5th because Venus is going to be trining Saturn in Pisces, so expect steamy romance, financial gifts, long-time dreams coming true. This is a really great time for you to schedule some one-on-one time with your partner, or if you're single and looking, get back in touch with a love interest from the past. Welcome, I'm your astrologer Patricia Tate, and this is your December 4th, 2023 Venus and Scorpio transit for all 12 signs. So let's dive in. So for Aries and Aries rising, Venus is now moving into your 8th house. I love this because the 8th house is the house of taboo topics, wanting these deep bonds, these connections to others. The 8th house is where you have these commitments or these shared resources or these joint ventures. Some of these could be with a significant partner or a business partner. This is also the house of exes, where you could have contractual agreements that have to do with exes. Now, Venus rules over the sign of Taurus, which is your 2nd house of your self-worth, your cash, your property, people, places, and things that you value and you want to covet close to you. It also rules over the sign of Libra. Libra is in your 7th house of partnerships, your significant others, your one-on-one, your clients, your best friends, it's open enemies, it's exes. The 7th house is where we have these contractual agreements. It's also the house of love. So know at this time that Venus moving into Scorpio, your focus is going to want to have these deep connections with people that you want to form a strong bond with over a longer period of time. It's not just like a one and done fling. This is about wanting to have a deep commitment, either with a contractual commitment with a business partner or a love interest, and wanting to have pleasure and a connection on a soul level with them. I would also look at connecting up with other people's resources since it is in your 8th house. And I would look for this to be an opportunity for you to dive into some topics that are not normally discussed in order to find a deeper connection either with a business partner or with your significant other or your love interest or your marriage or your life partner. Know that Venus moving through your 8th house is going to strengthen your self-worth, your resources, people who you want to pull closer to you, and your 7th house of your partner's business and significant others, and will benefit you with having a deeper connection with anybody that you have these contractual agreements or anything that has to do with any negotiation or any cooperation at this time. So Aries, I would love to hear about how this resonates with you in the comments below. For more, please check out the other forecast videos on major transits. I invite you to join me live Tuesdays at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where I offer new moon and full moon astrology consultations. To get a private reading that would be more in depth, you can schedule at willowgracemystic.com. And to get updates as soon as they're released, please subscribe. So for Taurus Sun and Taurus Rising, Venus is now entering into your 7th house of partnerships, relationships. This is not just significant others or marriage partners. This can also be business partners, best friends. This is the house of contractual relationships where we have contracts and promises that we make to others, whether they're written or whether they're just mutual. So Venus moving through this sign is about wanting a deep connection with people that you come in contact with that could be through clients, best friends. It's wanting to definitely dive in deep with those people. Now, Venus rules over your 1st house of self. It rules over Taurus. And so the connection there is about your 1st house of self, your appearance, of how your habits, your vitality. It's how other people see you. It's your image. It's your identity. Venus also is connected to Libra, which is your mental, physical, spiritual health, well-being, your daily service to others, where you find this balance between work and home, where you look to find a mentor or to a guide. It's where you take good care of yourself and where you need to find a balance, because that would be Libra, of taking care of yourself before you take care of others. Now, Venus moving into Scorpio is going to offer you this opportunity of all or nothing with the people that you're connected to. You are going to want truth, people being authentic, people being real during this transit. You diving into, there should be no secrets. Well, you're not going to want them to keep secrets, but you may want to hold some secrets back. And this could be a really intense time for you to be connecting with others on a deep bonding level. Now, at this time for the 5th, the very next day, Venus is going to be trine to Saturn in Pisces. So this could be a connection with somebody that you meet in one of your groups, one of your networks. The 11th house is where you network, or these social organizations where you volunteer. It is where you get out in the world and you share ideas and you share your belief with other people. It's where you're connected to kindred spirits and your peers. And so there could be a love connection at this time. So Taurus, I would love to hear about how this resonates with you in the comments below. For more, please check out the other forecasts and videos on major transits. I invite you to join me live on Tuesdays at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where I offer new moon and full moon astrology consultations. For an in-depth private reading, you can schedule that at willowgracemystic.com. And to get updates as soon as they're released, please subscribe. So for Gemini Sun and Gemini Rising, you have Venus now moving into your 6th house of your health, your vitality, your mental, physical, spiritual well-being. It's where we find guides and mentors. It's the house of pets. It's the house of your interaction or your relationship with your coworkers. It is the house of self-care. And so Venus entering into Scorpio here is diving deep and saying, I'm all in. I'm all in. Or it's nothing. Think of Scorpio as a magnet. It either pulls in or it repels. There is nothing in between. Now, Venus also, Venus rules over Taurus. And so Taurus is in your 12th house of your hidden secrets. It's things that you want to keep private. It is your dreams, your intuition, your psychic ability. The 12th house is also spiritual retreats, or where we go for rest and retreat. Venus also rules over Libra in your 5th house of fun and love and affairs. And it's the house of what brings you personal joy, tapping into your inner child or connecting to children. The 5th house is about art and creativity and music and taking risk and romance. And so all of these things are focused in on where can you find this on a day-to-day basis. How can you bring more fun, more pleasure, more love, more joy into your day-to-day habits? The 6th house is what you do on a daily basis. And this is you wanting to have these pleasures brought into your life. And how do you go about doing that? Do you rid yourself of negative feelings by seeking out a mentor or guide to discuss it? Do you say, I'm going to incorporate yoga or meditation, or I'm going to incorporate volunteering, or I'm going to make sure that I set aside time so many times a week, either to balance out my home and my work life, or my home and my family life? All of these topics are available. There is the trine that has to do with Saturn and Pisces. It's at the top of your chart in your career. So this could be a connection that has to do with somebody of authority, a boss, somebody who you see at work. The 10th house is where people see you out in public. Or this could be you are noticed out in public and somebody else is drawn to you. And so I am loving all of this for you, Gemini. I would love to hear about how this resonates with you in the comments below. For more, please check out the other transits and the other forecasts going on for the rest of the month. Join me live Tuesdays at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where I offer new moon and full moon astrology consultations. For a private in-depth consultation, you can schedule at willowgracemystic.com. And to get updates as soon as they're released, please subscribe. So for Cancer Sun and Cancer Rising, Venus is now moving into your 5th house of pleasure and joy and sex and children. This is the house of I want to have an affair. I want to take a risk. I want to have a child. I want to play like a child. I want to listen to music and art and creativity. I want to go to a concert. I want to do these things. Venus and Scorpio in your 5th house is about taking those risks and bringing more joy into your life. Now, Venus rules over Pisces, which happens to be, not Pisces, Libra, your 4th house of home, family, roots, foundation. So know that there's going to be some themes or some people that may be involved in that. Venus also rules over the sign of Taurus. Taurus is possibly you meeting people through your social networks, through your work associates. The 11th house for you is the house of your hopes, your wishes, your dreams, organizations that you belong to in order to get to where you want to be or do what you want. So this could be clubs and organizations. They are networks or professional people that you work with. It could be shared creativity, and it could be your social circle or your shared beliefs. So this could be you meeting someone through a family member from home, or it could be or enjoying something with a family member from home, or making a connection with somebody that you network with, or finding joy and pleasure with people that you network with, or saying, I really want to go to this concert, I really want to go and enjoy this, and finding a group that supports that so you can be part of that. Now, Venus is going to trine to Saturn in Pisces in your 11th house. This could be a connection to somebody who is foreign, or where that you've met while traveling, or in a class or a workshop, or something that you've taught, something that you've taken. Remember that the 11th house is foreign people, places, and things. It's not your 11th house. I'm so sorry. It's your 9th house. Your 9th house is foreign people, places, and things. It's your connection to cross-cultural experiences. And so this could literally mean you being connected with or enjoying activities that could be foreign to you or culturally different than what you are used to, or diving into some form of spirituality or a class or a workshop to understand it more and to have a deeper connection. Remember that Scorpio either draws in or repels. There is nothing that's an in-between for this. So it'll be like this magnetic attraction to other people or other activities that you are wanting to be part of. So Cancer, I would love to hear about how this resonates with you in the comments below. For more, please check out the other videos on transits as we go through the rest of the month. I invite you to join me live on Tuesdays at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where I offer new moon and full moon astrology consultations. To get a private reading, you can schedule at willowgracemystic.com, and to get updates as soon as they're released, please subscribe. So for Leo Sun and Leo Rising, Venus is now moving into your 4th house of home. I love this because this is about bringing romance into your sanctuary or making your home more beautiful. Venus here is about beauty and love and what does it look at. And it's about creature comforts and wanting a beautiful, comfortable home to come home to. It's also being private about who do you bring into your home. Venus rules your 10th house, and Venus also rules over your 3rd house of who you communicate with. So let's start with your career, your job, your authority figures, people, how they see you in the outside world. Your 10th house has everything to do with your career, your public life, your life path, your professional life, your ambitions, your reputation, and your 3rd house is how you communicate, who you communicate with on a daily basis. This could be siblings, relatives, neighbors. The 3rd house is how you talk and exchange ideas, whether they're written or speaking, phone, email, text. It could be journaling and writing. So Venus moving into your 4th house is about wanting this beautiful, deep connection of a comfort, making things passionate and sensual, and wanting your home to be a private sanctuary where other people do not always have access to it, and you're cautious about who you bring into it. Remember that Scorpio is this magnetic sign that it either draws in or repels, and so this might be a time where you will be consumed by everything that the people that are in your home, or you might want to keep it private and not allow specific people into your private sanctuary. On the 5th, I did talk about Venus is going to trine Saturn in Pisces. Now, Saturn is the planet of restrictions, and in Pisces is all watery and fluid. And this is in your 8th house of deep bonding. This is a really good time for you to be having this soul-to-soul connection with somebody that you want to be with on a deeper level. This could be your intimate partner. If this is your business partner, this could be you saying, I want to understand you better. I want to have a deeper connection as we take this business further. Remember that this house is also the house, it's the house where you have any shared resources with other people. So if it's a sibling because of a will or a debt or something like that, or an ex, this could be a blurring of some of the lines and a forgiveness of some of the things that have gone on, or a connection, or this deep connection in order to hopefully heal the wounds that have been caused from the past. All right, so Leo, I would love to hear about how this resonates with you in the comments below. For more, please check out the other video forecasts on the major transits. Join me live Tuesdays at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where I offer new moon and full moon astrology consultations. For an in-depth private reading, you can schedule one at willowgracemystic.com. And to get updates as soon as they're released, please subscribe. So for Virgo Sun and Virgo Rising, you have Venus going into your 3rd house. Venus in the 3rd house is the way that you communicate and who you communicate with, wanting these deep connections. That's with siblings and with your neighbors and with people that you communicate with or talk or exchange ideas with on a daily basis. Scorpio here is either they're drawn to you or they're repelled. This could be you the words that you use, wanting these deep connections, not wanting superficial, just the simple chat on the phone or the text or that simple email. This is wanting to have much, much more. This is about being passionate and sensual and having this intense energy. This could be you putting it down into words for writing a blog, writing music. The third house is you taking your ideas and putting them out there for other people. Now, Venus rules over your ninth house of foreign people, places, things, classes, workshops, legal things, and publishing. So this could be you putting your words into writing or into the written format, poetry, art, music, in order to have a blog about it, or to sell something for later, to publish something later, or for legal matters, because the ninth house is legal matters. It's your connection with cross-cultural experiences, people, places, and things. Venus also rules over your second house of your self-worth and things that are very, very valuable, important to you. It's your cash, it's your property, it is your talents, it's your salary, it's your income, it's anything that you value closely and want to keep with you. So you are going to be putting some words out there to the public about how you really feel, having these intense connections. Now, Venus is going to have this beautiful trine on the 5th with Saturn in Pisces in your 7th house. I love this because this is it's kind of like a reconnection with like your significant other. It could be with a best friend, it could be with your business partner or significant other, or having a connection with it's your 1+1 house. So this could be your clients, that they're going to see you as being real and raw and authentic. Your partner is going to see you as being vulnerable, and you're going to want to see your partner this way. And it's kind of like the lines have been blurred, and there's this connection of the two for this day. So it's about giving up on your fears and not feeling that you're giving away your power at this time by putting your words into some context for other people to hear and see and know and to share. So for Virgo, I would love to hear about how this resonates with you in the comments below. For more, please check out the other forecast videos on major transits. Join me live Tuesdays at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where I offer new moon and full moon astrology consultations. For private consultation, you can schedule at willowgracemystic.com. And to get updates as soon as they're released, please subscribe. So for Libra Sun and Libra Rising, Venus is now moving into your second house of your self-worth, your cash, your property, your resources. You saying, I value this, I want to purchase this, I value this, I want to own it, my salary is worth more, my income is worth more, I'm paying attention to my self-esteem, my financial condition. Venus in the second house is about surrounding yourself with things that you find of value or beauty. And so Venus moving through your second house is, I value security. And what does security look like for you? It's about drawing things in and getting rid of the rest. Now, Venus rules over you. It is Libra, how you look, how you act, how you present yourself to the world. It is your personal body, your power, your self-expression, your identity, your temperament. I always say that the first house is like your business card of how people see you, and it's your website of what you want them to see when they look at you. Venus also rules over the sign of Taurus, and Taurus is your 8th house of your shared resources. It's the house of deep bonding, and this is the house of where you are connected with others through these joint ventures, or where you want to have deep connections. The 8th house is also the house of sex, birth, death, and rebirth. It's the house of transformation. It's where you have things with other people and you go through these transformations in order to move forward with them. And so all of this has you focused on what do you value most, surrounding yourself with it, making yourself feel very secure about it, being very passionate about it, having an intense energy about the energy of something or somebody. Remember that the second house is not just things that you own, it's people, places, and things that you highly value. Now, Venus is going to be in a beautiful trine on the very next day, and so with Saturn in Pisces, and that is in your 6th house. The 6th house for you is your daily habits, and it's where you show up in the world to volunteer. It is how you find the balance between your home and your work. It's where you take care of yourself. The 6th house is self-care and alternative health, and so this is finding a mentor and finding a guide and saying, I want to have this, or I need this in order to feel secure. I need to feel good about myself. So does that include this exercise program? Does that include meditation? Does that include connecting with a mentor or a guide or a counselor, somebody who could hear me out and run a few things, that I can run a few things by them in order to get a difference of opinion to move forward with? All right, so Libra, I would love to hear about how this resonates with you in the comments below. For more, please check out the other forecast videos on major transits. Join me live Tuesdays at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where I offer new moon and full moon astrology consultations. For a private reading, you can schedule at willowgracemystic.com. And to get updates as soon as they're released, please subscribe. So for Scorpio Sun and Scorpio Rising, Venus is now moving into your 1st house of self, how people see you. You are going to be very magnet. This is about your appearance, your power, your self-expression. The 1st house is your personality. It's your strength. It's your habits. It's your temperament. It is your identity. And so Venus coming into this is, it's a very sexy thing. It's about being intense and memorable and having these connections that you want to have with other people. You will either draw them in or they will be repelled. Wherever we have Scorpio, it's a magnetic energy, and it either draws in or pushes away if the energy is not conducive. This will be a time that you're going to be feeling passionate and sensual and have this intense energy and want to have these relationships with others that are just as intense for dramatic pleasures. Okay, so Venus also rules over Taurus, your partnership, your significant other, your best friends, your clients, your, not just your business partner, but your marriage partner or your life partner. And so this is you seeking a definite, like, draw them in, wanting to consume them and wanting to be consumed. And so it can be like this connection that you want to have, that it's profound, it feels mysterious, and it is, I want to be with you, and I want you to want me in the same way that I want you. Now, Venus also rules over Taurus, and we already said Taurus and Libra. So Libra is your 12th house, and so Libra is about finding the balance. In your 12th house is what you don't share with other people. It's your dreams. It's your psychic abilities. It is your intuition. It's your subconscious mind. It is you feeling somebody else's energy through... Okay, we're just going to be honest here for just a second. Scorpio, as a Scorpio sun, moon, or rising, when you walk into the room, you're already feeling other people's energy. They just don't know that you're feeling it. And so you are wanting them to be as truthful as the energy that you feel at this time. And you want them to hold nothing back, to be raw and authentic, and to accept you for like the way that you will accept them. Now, There's going to be a trine on the 5th, and this is in Saturn and Pisces in your 5th house of romance, fun, pleasure. It could be children or you healing your inner child or childlike activities with music and creativity. This is also the house of risks, and it's the house of being flirty and what you do for pleasure. And so this is you looking for more joy and more pleasure to satisfy yourself, and you're looking for a partner in order to have that connection with. All right, Scorpio, I would love to hear about how this resonates with you in the comments below. For more, please check out the other videos on the forecast for the month ahead. I invite you to join me live on Tuesdays at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where I offer new moon and full moon astrology consultations. And to get updates as soon as they're released, please subscribe. So Sagittarius Sun and Sagittarius Rising. You have Venus going into your 12th house. The 12th house is the hidden house. It's your dreams, your intuition, your psychic ability. It's the Akashic records. It's where we go for rest and retreat. It's where we go to tune in. It's our subconscious mind. It is where we withdraw. It's our private life. It's our angels. It's our guides. It's our ancestors. It is the Akashic records. It's astral travel. It's everything that you cannot see, but you have to close your eyes and feel and believe. So Venus coming into this is extremely emotional. It's being tapped in to other worlds and having this energy of knowing and feeling. Now Venus rules Libra in with your hopes, your wishes, your dreams, but it's the 11th house is also the people that you connect up with. And so this is you wanting to have these deep connections with social groups where you volunteer, or works that you have these creative projects with, or things that you enjoy doing. Venus also rules over Taurus, and this is your daily habits. The daily habits are about your mental, physical, spiritual, health, well-being, finding a guide, finding a mentor. The house is about finding a balance between your home and work, and it's your daily habits. And are you taking enough time for your daily habits to take care of your mind, your body, your spirit? Your body is your temple. Are you taking care of it? Are you setting aside enough time for that? Because this will be an all or nothing for you. Venus is going to show you these pleasures that you can have, and who you can connect up with, wanting to have these bonding experiences where you give of yourself completely, and others will reveal themselves as much to you. Now there's going to be this trine. The trine is is with Saturn in Pisces at the bottom of your chart. It'll have something to do with your home, your family, your roots, your traditions. It's about the foundation of your life, or the people that you consider to be family or blood family. And so this could be this opportunity of, I want to be connected with my home, with my roots, with my foundation, with my ancestors. And what does that look like? Does that look like me diving into it and studying it with Ancestry, like .com or whatever it is? Or is it connected to other relatives that you're finding out about it, or reaching out to the long lost relative? Or is this about creating the foundation for new traditions? All of the messages that you're going to get will be through dreams, or through hearing, knowing, feeling, seeing, touching, tasting. It will come to you. And so Sagittarius, I'm super excited about this for you. I would love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. For more, please check out the videos on the other forecasts and other major transits. I'd love for you to join me Tuesdays live at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where I offer new moon and full moon astrology consultations. For private consultation, you can schedule at willowgracemystic.com. And to get updates as soon as they're released, please subscribe. So for Capricorn Sun and Capricorn Rising, Venus is now moving into your 11th house of the people that you network with, where you volunteer your time, who you want to be with on a daily basis, whether you have a common bond, as in a project that you're working on, or something that brings you joy, like a creative project, or it could be work, people that you are combined with. The 11th house is who you connect with, like as in kindred spirits, where you network, or peers. It's your hopes, wishes, and dreams. So Venus here is, this could create like this love connection or this intense connection that's memorable, with you searching for specific groups or finding love within a group or wanting to volunteer or connect with a group on a body and soul level. This could be you volunteering and saying, this is where I want to spend my time. I really believe in this cause. It means a lot to me. It's near and dear to my heart. I want to have these special contacts with these people. This could also be falling and having this deep connection with people that you are already in networks with where you have these hopes and wishes and dreams, and that you're on a shared path with. And it can be kind of like communal. So I'm urging you to have some caution with that, because this can definitely be just following for the sake of following. Now, Venus rules Libra, which is the top of your chart, your career, your legacy. These people that you are connecting with or having these magnetic connections with, you can use them as a resource for your career, your legacy, how you want to be known, for things that you are ambitious about, people that you want to connect up with in order to help you achieve what you want to achieve. The 10th house is your legacy. It's the top of your chart of what you want to be later in life, or what you're aspiring to be now. Now, Venus also rules over the sign of Taurus. This is the 5th house of art, music, creativity, childlike activities, where we take risks, affairs. It is where we have these love affairs or children, or we make investments in things. And so all of these topics are going to work alongside with Venus, with who you are connecting with, in order to manifest love and memories, and have these connections that are core memories, a soul memory, a special contract that you feel with other people. That's what you are looking for. Where is my place, and where do I belong? Now, there's going to be this beautiful trine on the 5th to Saturn in Pisces in your 3rd house. This is the house of communication with your siblings, with your neighbors, with your cousins. It is who you share or talk or exchange ideas with on a daily basis. It's also short distance travel, taking classes and taking workshops. So know that on this day you could connect up with somebody through a class or a workshop, or in your neighborhood, or like somebody who was like that phone, email, text that's in close proximity to you. This could also be through work, or it could be you sharing these close connections, or having this reconnecting bonding experience with a sibling or a cousin or a neighbor. So Capricorn, I would love to hear about how this resonates with you in the comments below. For more, please check out the other videos on transits as they are released. Join me live Tuesdays at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where I offer new moon and full moon astrology consultations. For a private consultation, you can schedule at willowgracemystic.com, and to get updates as soon as they're released, please subscribe. So for Aquarius Sun, Aquarius Rising, Venus is now moving to the top of your chart. This is you being recognized. This is your public life. It's your career. It's your life path. It is how you are seen in the outside world. It's also your legacy. Venus can represent money, cash, property, resources. And Venus in Scorpio is wanting to have this deep connection, drawing things to you. They'll either be pulled in towards you or repelled if you do not need it. Now, Venus rules Libra, which happens to be your house of connection to other people far and wide, classes and workshops and diving into spirituality, law, and publishing. So this could be using your education or your connections to these other people for your career. Venus also rules Taurus, which has to do with your house, your home, your family, your roots, your foundation, your ancestors. And so how are you taking all of this information in order to have Venus go through your 10th house of your social status and how you're going to make your mark on society? Could this be by bringing more beauty into the world, or by helping people to feel beautiful, or by connecting with it's cash and property and resources and beauty, and bringing that all together for these deep, intense, memorable connections that will be unforgettable for other people and for yourself, creating the core memory within. All right, so Aquarius, I would love to hear about how this resonates with you in the comments below. For more, please check out the other videos on forecasts on major transits. I invite you to join me live Tuesdays at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where I offer new moon and full moon astrology consultations. And to get a private consultation, you can schedule that at willowgracemystic.com. To get updates as soon as they're released, please subscribe. So for Pisces Sun and Pisces Rising, Venus is now moving into your 9th house of traveling and diving into cross-cultural experiences, diving into spirituality, possibly meeting somebody from far away, networking with people from far away, traveling somewhere. Venus is about love and beauty, and Scorpio is wanting these deep, intense connections. And the 9th house is foreign people, places, and things, and having these cross-cultural experiences, and you wanting to create these core memories with them. Now, Venus rules over your 3rd house of communication, who you communicate with on a daily basis, how you communicate. And so this could be family, family and neighbors, and like your aunts, your uncles, your cousins. And this is also with people that you talk to on a daily basis. And so this could be work associates that you talk with on a daily basis. The 3rd house is where you share ideas, whether they're email, phone, text, or we actually talk. Now, Libra is also Venus is ruling Libra. So Libra is your 8th house of deep bonding experiences, the house where we have these connections with other people that we share resources with. It's the house of taboo topics. It's the house of birth, death, rebirth, and transformation. It is the house where you are wanting to make these connections and make them longer, deeper bonds, and have them transform into something more meaningful, more passionate. Remember that wherever we have Scorpio is an all or nothing. So it is being drawn to. So think of it as you are out, and maybe you're out shopping, and you just catch eyes with somebody because you're on vacation somewhere, or you are in a class with somebody. Remember that this is the house of education and taking classes or teaching. And so this is an instant connection between you and somebody else, or between you and something else, because it's this is also the house of imports and exports. And it could be like, oh, I have to have this. This reminds me of this. This makes me feel really good. Or this food is absolutely amazing. It just it speaks to my soul. Venus and Scorpio offers those experiences for you at this time. So Pisces, there's also going to be this trine to Saturn in Pisces in your 1st house of self. So this is on the 5th, so like the very next day after it moves in. And this is literally you having this experience of like a love at first sight, or a want at first sight, or a desire, or wanting or experiencing that. So Pisces, I would love to hear about how this resonates with you in the comments below. For more, please check out the videos on the other transits. I invite you to join me live Tuesdays at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where I offer new moon and full moon astrology consultations. For a private consultation, you can schedule at willowgracemystic.com. And to get updates as soon as they're released, please subscribe.